Hello friends, it's Retired Guys Journals back to you. It's been a long time since I've made a video. I've been kind of under the weather since before Christmas and just now starting to get my strength back. But it's February 7th and I'm out here deciding to do a little fishing in t-shirts and shorts weather. Yesterday it was 82 degrees. I'm not sure what the temperature is today. I'll put it up later. But yeah, it's been a long time since I made a video. And I'm out here just kind of wanting to touch base with you guys. So, hope everyone's doing good. But I don't know what I had. I had some kind of a flu or something. I don't know what the heck I had. But it sure took all the strength out of me. It felt like a really bad cold for a while. And it kind of traveled from my head to my stomach and my chest. And it held on for at least 2 months. But finally overcame it, whatever it was. So I haven't really been doing anything, just kind of laying around the house. And it shows. I've gained about 20 pounds, I think, during that time. So I'm on my slow journey to try to get to 180 pounds, where I'm setting. 2 days ago I was at 215. This morning I weighed 213. It's a lot easier to put it on than to take it off. But when you're kind of like immobilized for 2 months, man, I'll tell you. And then my wife brought up a good thing. The reason why I can't seem to be lose weight is I had my gallbladder removed, and it seems like right after that happened, I started gaining weight like crazy. Because I used to be a mailman, and I had a walking route. I walked like 11 miles a day on my route, and I was in pretty good shape weight-wise. I think I weighed about 180, 185, something like that. And I kind of like that weight, where ideally I should probably be at about 160 for my height. But I haven't been at that weight since my Air Force days. So far the fish aren't biting. But I ended up going, let's see, I think it was on the 21st. We loaded up the truck and the camper and we headed to Colorado for the Christmas holidays. And that's when I got sick. And I stayed away from everybody and as much as I could, because I didn't want them to catch whatever it is I had. I don't even know if it was contagious or not. But luckily nobody got it. And even my wife didn't catch it. So maybe I wasn't contagious. But yeah, it kind of sucked though. I mean, I went all the way there and I didn't get to see anybody. And of course I see my stepdaughter and stuff, because she didn't care if I was sick or not. She was going to be there, and her little boy. But yeah, it was something. But we went to a church service while we were there at one of those mega churches, I mean, this thing was huge. Normally, I don't care for those kind of churches, but it was really nice. And of course, I tried to make sure I wasn't spreading no germs best I could. But it was really nice service. But I mean, I think that, oh man, that church holds thousands of people. But it was nice. So that was about it for my Colorado trip, and then we headed back before the first of the year, back to Mississippi, and let's see what else has been happening. We haven't fostered any children since I've been back because I'm just now getting my strength and energy back. So we haven't been fostering any children. I kind of miss that, having the little ones around. But anyway, pulling that camper with the truck, it was a lot nicer this time because I had the camera on the back of the camper, so I could see behind me, and I knew when I could safely change lanes and stuff like that, which was a real big relief. But now I kind of got the bug for a motorhome, but we're going to hold off on that. I got a schedule. My wife has scheduled me to see the eye doctor because my right eye, I'm going blind in my right eye. I don't know if I would say it's going blind. It's just everything's blurry in that eye. And the eye doctor just says it comes with age, but what, blindness? It's kind of what I was thinking. Because it's like looking through some days it's really bad. But it's like looking through a cloud all the time, which affects your peripheral vision a lot. In my left eye, it's not all that great. I mean, I have to wear reading glasses to read anything. And the reading glasses don't help my right eye at all because, like I said, it's everything's blurry. So anyway, in March, I'll see a doctor for that. And then later this month, I think it's around the 24th or something, I got to go to the dermatologist because I got this skin cancer. I guess my wife's tired of me taking gambling with it. I've had it for years. So, I mean, if obviously it's not malignant, then I gotta get some medicine to get rid of that, and it'll cut off the bad parts, I guess. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun being old. Because I turned 70 in last September, and up until then, I wasn't really feeling my age. I mean, I was still real active and everything, and I still am. I still try to be. I haven't been able to work out since before Christmas, so I haven't been to the gym since then. I just haven't had the energy. So I'll probably cancel my membership to the gym because I have weights and stuff like that at home, because I'd like to. I really miss working out and lifting. Because if you do that, and after a while, it's like an adrenaline junkie thing. But I still ride my EUC, that's electric unicycle. But with my right eye the way it is, it kind of affects my balance a little bit, but I still ride it. And then yesterday we had to take the truck in. We have a 2023 Chevy Silverado High Country, and it got recalled for 2 computer upgrades. So they had it a couple hours and we got it back, and it seems to be okay. But anyway, if getting back to that motorhome, if I can get my eyesight back and everything like that, I'm really looking at getting a motorhome. Because even though the truck pulls the camper all right and everything, it'd just be a lot easier if you had a motorhome. So I'm looking at of course I'm looking at used ones. I'm not looking at new. I can't afford nothing like that. We're looking at like a used Class A's or maybe a Class C. Because I still want to travel and stuff, but I don't try to make any plans, because if you make plans, I think God chuckles at that sometimes, like, oh, you think you want to do that, huh? I am not even getting a nibble out here. Maybe I need to change bait. I was out here a couple nights ago, and I only caught 1 bass. I'm out here in my little lake in the backyard. I have, do anybody know how to kill algae? I have a really bad algae problem this year. So, I mean, it's really bad. But at least it's not that gosh darn duckweed. That stuff, you cannot get rid of that stuff to save your life. I've had that a couple of times and put down chemicals for it, and eventually it went away. But now I got algae really bad. It's all settled to the bottom of the lake, and then it's also it's floating on the surface. Let me show you. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me pause this. There you go. Can you see it? This stuff is like floating all over. And I gotta find something that'll kill it. But anyhow, we had a really cold spell, which is unusual for us. It was real cold here for about 2 weeks. This crazy weather front came in. We didn't get snow, but they got snow on the coast down there by the Gulf. It was crazy, and we're about 100 miles from that. But now it's unseasonably warm. Like I said, I'm out here wearing shorts and a t-shirt. But anyway, I gotta get something to get this algae out of the water. It's like, I don't know if it does any harm or not, but it's not pleasant to look at, that's for sure. I know there's ways you can get those float buckets and stuff like that, and it filters up, brings it up out of the water, and you actually take it out of the water, but I'm not interested in that. That's too expensive. I think there should be a product on the market that I can kill it without hurting the fish. That's what you have to do with the duckweed. Duckweed is it's a super fine green powdery substance that floats on the lake, and it eventually takes over the whole lake to where your whole lake is just covered in it. But that stuff's a pain in the butt to get rid of, because you buy stuff I bought stuff that takes care of it, but you can only do a small section at a time because you'll hurt the fish. So, other than that, not a whole lot going on. Oh, do I have something? No, I think I do. No, maybe not. Yep, I do. I got one. Well, I'll be darned. I sure do. It's a tiny smallmouth. Let's see. Come here. Yeah. Oh, little guy. We'll throw him back in. He's so little I didn't realize he was on there. And I'm using a lightweight rod tip. And I'm using a 4-pound test line. I got some old dog food that my dogs don't like. And a couple of days ago I came out here in the boat and was scattering it all over the lake to hopefully give the fish some kind of food. I don't know if they ate it or not. I gotta get, I think maybe this spring I'm gonna go get some more fish and restock the lake. So the only thing I have in here is smallmouth, largemouth, and some crappie. And they're all relatively small, like the size of the one I just took out, because they just don't have anything to eat. I have no idea how many fish I have in here. The most I've caught in just a couple hours time was 7. But I come out here, it's peaceful. But I miss having the foster kids, because they all like to go fishing, you know. And I got several rods and reels and little tackle boxes for them. I like to take them fishing. I wish I could have done that with my kids, but I was in the Air Force when they were little, and well, you just couldn't be the father you wanted to be because of that. You know, you're always, especially in military. But that is what it is. I think I caught that one by a fluke. So I haven't got a nibble. That was just a fluke. He probably got bored watching me out here and felt sorry for me and jumped on the hook. Anyway, hopefully I'll have a bunch of minnows this year. And I also want to stock the lake with some minnows and stuff for the fish to eat. Some feeder fish. I have an abundance of turtles still. A lot of turtles. And I'm not sure what to eat. But then I have a... Oh, there's... Oh, no, that's a snag. I snagged on a twig or something underneath the lake. Yeah, that's a snag. But hope I can get that off without breaking that line. Come here, stick. Damn, that's a stick. It's heavy too. I think I'm gonna break this line. Yeah, it's not coming up. Ah, crikeys. Come on. Shake loose. Shake loose. There. Got it. I lucked out. I forget what I was saying. Oh, when I do get a lot of minnows out here, I'm in competition with those birds. I think they're called eberts. Big white birds with the long legs. They like to get out here and eat my minnows. We've had a few geese this winter and a few ducks. The ducks, they don't stay like they used to, though. I really miss the ducks because they're cute and fun to watch. I had a mom and she had 7 little ducklings. And every day I'd come out here and there would be like one missing. And I don't know what the heck was killing them. Because they would get in the nest along the edges of the lake, you know. And you know, one day we were 7, and it would come out a couple days later, and she only had like 6 of them, and they kept dwindling down to where there was only 1. And all of a sudden, I heard her make a big old squeal, and she took off and never came back. She didn't have any babies left. It was sad. There's another one. God. He got off. I think I jerked the hook on it. Yeah, jerked the hook. But anyway, I really like the ducks. The geese, they're pretty to look at, but they're so damn noisy. They'll probably be coming around here in an hour or two. The property's so ugly right now. All the leaves are gone and stuff. I hate the winter. Everything's dead. I mean, I have a few evergreen trees, but my cypress trees are all bare now, and the oak trees are bare. So it is what it is, you know. That's winter. I like the spring. The spring and the fall is my favorite times of the year. But the summers here are they're freaking unbearable. So that's the reason why we kind of want to get a motor home. because it's just it's too hard on the truck pulling that big old camper around. It's 31 foot long and it's heavy. And the truck is just a half ton. I mean, it pulls it okay and doesn't seem to hurt it any, but it's a lot of weight. It's, when I bought the camper, they said, oh yeah, your truck will haul it, no problem. Yeah, well, it will, but it's not good for it. But in the summer is when I like to travel and head like north and stuff like that to get in the cooler weather, because it's unbearably hot down here. Heck, it's so daggone hot. You come out in the mornings and then the evenings, and then during the day, you park your butt downstairs in the man cave and with the air conditioner running. And the air conditioner, we have 2 air conditioners here because our house is pretty good size, and they're running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Matter of fact, I got the one downstairs where I hang out. It's on right now. Because I like it around 70 degrees. And another reason why I like the air, excuse me, God darn. Another reason why I like the air conditioning, because the air is crisper to breathe. It's not so damn thick. Because the air here, I mean, it's like trying to breathe molasses because of the humidity. In the summer, it's just, like I said, it's ridiculous. So I miss Colorado when it comes to that, but the thing with Colorado, the altitude is so high. I get shorter breath real easy. And when we went back this last time, me and my wife were like walking through Walmart and having to take a rest, pushing the daggone shopping cart. It was so we weren't used to the altitude, because it's over 6,000 feet in Colorado Springs. Okay, here's an example of the kind of crap I got to deal with here on the lake. See that? Let me see. Look at all that algae. That's a hook caught on the bottom of the lake. Look at that. I gotta get rid of that stuff. So it's not only floating on the top of the water, there's a blanket of that crap all over the bottom of the lake. That and leaves and everything else. Wish there was some way to get this lake good and clean. But if there are ways, I'm not aware of them. I'm new to this. I've never had a property with water on it, so I'm new to all of this stuff. And open to suggestions if anybody's got any on what they do. I'd sure appreciate the information, because the information I do get, I look up on YouTube. Come on. Had a nibble. Nope. More algae. That's all that is. Gives you a false sense like you might have something. Yeah, pretty soon it'll be grass cutting season. Probably in just, I think it starts in like March here. And then it'll be cutting it about every 8 to 10 days. Thank God I have that zero turn mower. I got a commercial grade zero turn. I got cut 6 acres. But right now it's a bad time to try to sell a house. We'd like to sell this place and get a small home somewhere else, but really don't know where that would be. Probably looking around the northern part of Arizona where it's not so hot, and yet a lot closer to Colorado and be around the kids. But that's about all that's been happening around my camp. I know this video is about as boring as watching paint dry. I was actually going to do a video on paint drying, because you ever watch these videos like on people getting haircuts? They do remarkably well. I can't believe the views they get. And shoe shining, these people that get, all they do is go and get their shoes shined. They call them, what do they call that? ASMR, where they don't say anything, they're just getting their shoes shined. Same way on the haircuts. You got this one guy called Haircut Harry, and I like watching him. All he does is travel all over the world and gets his hair cut. But the ones I like is where the barber is so unskilled, he goes to these like third world countries sometimes and gets his hair cut, and by basically street barbers, and they screw his hair up so bad. Those are entertaining. But anyway, I can't believe some of the video. I mean, they get thousands and thousands of views. And then of course you got your camping videos, right? The people, they go camping every week. And I guess you got to have a niche, you know. Whatever that niche might be, there's somebody out there that wants to see it. But I've got a few camping videos on there. They don't do well because I don't have hardly any subscribers. And I don't make videos often enough to where I can... Those guys, they're making videos 2 to 3 times a week. So if you do that, you're going to eventually, you know, get an audience. But my editing skills and my video skills are so terrible because I'm not real savvy with this new tech stuff. Now I have like right now I'm making this video on my iPhone. I think it's an iPhone 14. So I don't even know which iPhone I have. But I do have a very expensive, what is it, a Canon or a Sony camera that I don't even know how to make videos on. I don't know how to, I just don't take the time to learn, I guess. And it's harder for me to learn because the older you get, the harder it is to learn. My son, the one that died, he was my tech guy. He would always tell me how to do things or just do it for me. And then my wife's son, when he was around, he did all that for me too. But now he's married and they live in Montana with his new wife. But yeah, I'm not and I have a GoPro, and I've never used it. I bought speakers, you know, those microphones you clip onto your collar and stuff, and then I have one for whoever I'm interviewing if I ever do that. I have never even taken them out of the box. My GoPro, I've never used it because I don't know how to put from the video, the card, upload it to my computer, because I don't use a computer either. I put stuff on my iPad, and it doesn't have any way for me, well, I'm sure there is a way, but I don't know how to do it, to put those videos from that card onto the iPad. So I went out and I bought I do have an iMac also, but I never use it. And then my wife's got an iMac big computer. I bought her one of those big old expensive $5,000 jobs with the big screen on it and all that. I don't even know how to work it, so I don't mess with it. So I went out and I bought an Apple, or not an Apple, what do you call those regular computers? Like Windows, that use Windows. I bought one of those because I said I'm going to devote this strictly to my YouTube. Well, I bought that in October, and I still haven't done it. Here it is, February, so that's October, November, December, January, February. 5 months ago, and it's still sitting in the box because I forgot how to use Windows. But maybe one of these kids I foster will be able to show me how to do stuff. But yeah. We'll get it figured out one day. If all of a sudden you see the quality of my videos and stuff doing better, you'll know that I either learned or someone did it for me. Like making thumbnails. To this day, I have no idea how to do that. So when I post a video, it just grabs a screenshot somewhere along the line of my video and puts it up for my thumbnail. Because I've looked at several YouTubes on how to do thumbnails, and I still can't figure it out. I'm not your typical 70-year-old guy. I mean, I do crazy stuff. I still lift weights. I ride electric unicycles. But when it comes to this tech stuff, nah. I can't afford to hire somebody to do that stuff. That would be kind of fun. But I know there's a lot of guys a lot older than me or my age, and they're making videos, and they're very successful at it. But I think they kept up with the changes of the world more than me, obviously. I'm a relic living in someone else's world. Sometimes you wonder why God keeps you around, because you can't do nothing anymore. But I like to have a YouTube channel. I mean, it's kind of like a hobby. Obviously, I don't make anything from it. I mean, the only thing I've made so far was bills out of it, buying all this equipment that I don't use. There's so many goals I set for myself, and then that's all they are, is just goals. seems like the, what was it, a little over a year ago, I was real big into bodybuilding. I hired a trainer who won Mr. Mississippi, and then he quit being a trainer because it doesn't pay anything. And but his goal was for me to be able to compete in the senior division as a bodybuilder. That's laughable now. I'm so fat it ain't funny. Jerked it out of his mouth. God dog it. Sure did. I had one. But anyhow, man, that wind's blowing me all over the place. But that goal went out the window. So then I thought I would do it on my own. And I was doing pretty good. I mean, I knew what exercises to do and how often and stuff like that. But the thing is when I was bulking up so much, because I wanted to get to be a certain size before I started cutting and stuff. So I gained a lot in strength and everything, but the trouble was I was also gaining a lot of weight because eating what a bodybuilder eats is like boring as all hell. There's only so many ways you can eat chicken and crap. I'm not into that. Or beef. I like starches, so. And then I would go and work on my stomach and do stomach exercises and stuff like that. And when you're bulking up that much, you're fighting a losing battle. But that's a dream that went bye-bye, because now I just don't have the energy to do it. But I'll get there again. I mean, you won't ever see me competing or anything like that. I definitely want to lose. Let me see, 35 pounds. I mean, I've done everything as far as all these stupid little fad diets and crap like that do not work. God knows how much money I spent on snake oil. They have this drug that it's called Ozempic or something like that, and there's a couple of them like that. But those things are dangerous, and then you got to take them all the time. And God, I think it's like $900 a month. Yeah, hello, I don't have $900 a month for that crap. But they do work. I've seen. I met a couple in a pet store of all places, and they showed me their before and after pictures, and I go, holy crap. They told me they were taking that stuff, but they're pretty well off. One of them was, they were both professional people. But they did look great. Hey, what do you think about our new Attorney General, that Pam Bondi lady? That blonde-haired lady? You guys ain't gonna believe when I tell you how old she is. She looks like she's what, 30, 35, somewhere around there? She's in her 60s. I think she's 60 years old. Can you believe that? She looks fantastic. I think a lot of that's genetics, but I wasn't blessed in that area. Up until Just a few years ago, though, I never looked my age. And then all of a sudden, I woke up one day and I got beat up by an ugly old tree. I really sound like I'm down, don't I? I don't mean to be that way. I'm not down. Just real. I'm a realist. Well, folks, looks like the only one I'm going to catch is the one I caught. So, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and talk with you guys later. But I do appreciate you guys, and I'll try to make a video a lot more often and have a subject matter for a change. But if you're watching, I appreciate you. Take care. Thank you.